First of all, hi. So I'm currently cleaning house, out with the old, in with the new, manifesting a new wardrobe, inshallah. I have no idea how this is gonna look. I have contractual obligations, clothes to wear, posts to do, bills that have to be paid, and showing up the best I can, right? Because I know that it's not going to be perfect. I know that people may have a gripe. I mean, my arms are out, right? First of all, it's hot, and then I sweat like a puddle under my armpits. Not an excuse, but looking into Botox under my arms and finding clothes that are more aligned with where I'm headed, even if it's not to the book perfect. That's what this is all about for me, as I'm just going to show up and give my best. And every day my best gets better.
Yo, simply put, just want to impart a little bit of wisdom on you guys today. Yoda, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe to my channel. Leave in the comments in the comment section below. Your comments would be greatly appreciated. Today, I want to talk about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner is a social media influencer. She's been online for the last couple of years. She kind of shows herself off. She kind of pushes the envelope of showing herself off, and she's known for being the baby mother of PJ Washington, and she pretty much got with him when he first got into the league, into the NBA. She got with him. She had a kid with him. Basically tried to be with him and get married to him, and it really didn't work out. So she been online and she's on social media, and she gets on programs and stuff, and I really can't tell you exactly what she does, but she's a social media influencer, and she does a whole lot of wild things. She does a whole lot of things for attention. She's a big attention seeker. She's known for doing outlandish things in interviews. She's known for pushing the envelope. And my thing about that, as far as social media, my thing about pushing the envelope and being online and trying to do extra stuff, it gets to a point where you always have to outdo yourself. You always have to keep pushing the envelope when you're doing things to be noticed and you're doing things to be seen. You always have to top yourself. And then once you get to a certain point, to me, it becomes kind of silly and outlandish. It kind of becomes like a corny thing. You're trying to just do, trying to outdo yourself, and then people kind of, okay, it kind of gets old. This is getting old, and that's kind of how I feel about Brittany Renner. When she first came out, and she was pretty hot. She caught a lot of attention. She caught a whole lot of attention in social media, talking down about her kid's father, talking down about men, giving women pretty much bad advice about men and how to use men, and how rich men are stupid, and how to kind of get over on men and get their money and stuff like that.
The worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, you could just an athlete. They're really dumb.
And she was kind of one, like, kind of out there doing that particular thing, and she made some money doing that, and she was on interviews and stuff like that. So as far as her resume, she's known for being online, and but now what she's trying to do, she's trying to change up her persona, and she's trying to represent herself as a Muslim. So a lot of times, like, she's basically going through the same progression as most women. They start out in their younger years. And she's a good looking woman. She was very good looking in her younger years. You can tell now that time is kind of waning down. She's still an attractive lady, but you can tell time is kind of winding down on her looks, and she's not as good looking as she used to be. You can tell she's getting older. You can tell that she is, not as attractive as she used to be. And this is kind of what happens to a lot of women. They're in their younger years, they feel like they're invincible and they can kind of be out here. She's been out here. She's dated NBA players. She's dated rappers and actors and a whole lot of different guys. Been kind of around and kind of done some things. To her own admission, she's done some things that she's not proud of. She's done some things that she looks back and is not as proud of the things that she did. But this is kind of the case for a lot of women. And she's getting a little bit older. So now what she's trying to do, she wants to change the way that people perceive her. And a lot of times women, they'll do this, and you'll get women who have been kind of promiscuous, kind of loose in their younger years, and they say they want to find God, they want to find religion. When they get, they have a bunch of kids or have some kids, they've been out here, they've been running around with men, and they want to change their perception, and they feel like they if I go to God, I start going to church, and people will see me in a different light.
First of all, honey, you know what I've noticed? In any message I share, for the record, always applies to myself. Like, I'm not exempt just because I'm sharing it. So I've noticed that we want to sign your sign. Mind you, we've been getting dreams, songs, angel numbers, that post that came across our feed that just so happened to apply to our situation. But we want the sign to be on the billboard in big red letters, lit up with glitter. And it's almost as if we're waiting for this moment to feel ready. You're not going to feel ready for something you've never done. That's why you have to get pushed. We're also waiting for us to trust the outside world and the people in it. But a bird doesn't trust the branch it lands on. It trusts its wings. And you should do the same.
To me, as a Christian, as a Christian male, I see this all the time. I've seen this growing up. I've seen a lot of this in my life, and it's nothing wrong with changing your ways. I do want to say that I want to emphasize that if you're truly trying to change your ways, if you're truly trying to find God, or you're trying to find religion, is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're truly trying to change and you're truly trying to find a better way of living, a cleaner way of living, a more productive way of living. I do want to say that, and I have seen women come about and actually change, and actually through time they change, and they are dedicated to representing themselves in the right way. I've also seen women who come in, they just want that perception. They just want a perception of change, but they really haven't changed. On Sunday, they want to go to church. On Sunday, they want to hoop and holler, and they want to be in their Sunday best and looking the part. But the rest of the week, especially on Friday and Saturday, they are doing whatever they want to do. You do have that dynamic between the two. And like I said, if you're trying to really change your ways, that's a good thing. But in this particular case with Brittany Renner, she's trying to change her attire, and she's saying she wants to be a Muslim, and she's going about it like that. One thing that I do want to say, and I will say this, I don't play when it comes to things like that. You should not play around with God. You should not play around with religion, because there are deeper repercussions to doing that. Now, I know she does things for attention. She likes attention. She likes to be in the limelight. She likes kind of like the shock value of things. And she's coming out saying she's changed and she wants to change. But and only time will tell that she has changed. It's just because you change your outfit. And then if you also look at her Instagram, she has a couple pictures on her Instagram where she's in her Muslim garb, where she is covered up from head to toe. But she still has her other pictures up, her thirst trap pictures, her pictures where she's scantily clad, the pictures up. Now, if you're trying to make a change, if you're trying to really change, you need their 100% change. Like I said, don't play with it. You can't play like that. You just can't play like that, because there are deeper repercussions from playing like that. I understand and I know there's deeper repercussions for joking and playing around like that. If you're going to change, you need to change. And the thing about that as well is no one is going to take you serious. No one is going to take her serious until she actually changes her ways. It takes time to change. You've been going this entire time since you've been out on social media. You come out on social media, you have been showing your body off, talking about your sexuality, talking about how many sexual partners you had, talking about using men, talking about, taking men's money, how to take men's money, how to get over on people, how to pretty much steal, how to be a thief, how to just be a manipulator towards men. You've been doing this whole time, and now you're trying to, change. Just because you change your clothes, you think somebody is supposed to buy you. You have changed as a person. It takes time to change. Not saying you can't do it, but you have to be genuine in doing it. And like I said, you shouldn't be playing or joking with this. It's not a joke. And she needs to realize, and she has to realize, that it takes time to change your ways and change your reputation. And I feel like she's gonna revert back to what she was doing. Once she realizes she's not gonna get them as much attention as she used to, she's not gonna get the same amount of clout and all of that, because being a modest woman is not, to be seen by everybody, to show your body off to everybody. That's the whole point of being a modest woman. And she enjoys, in her past, she has shown that she enjoys attention too much. Even in the videos that she was doing with her garb on, she was still kind of talking, like she wants attention, like she wants to be seen, like she wants to be noticed. And that's not the purpose of finding God. That's not the purpose. It's more of an internal. It should be an internal thing. It should be something that you're doing, and you're changing your ways, and you're showing that you have changed as a person. And it takes time. It's not gonna be like overnight. People are not buying it. People are not gonna buy it. I don't buy it. Now, can she change? Yeah, she can change. Anybody can change. Anybody can do better. Anybody can do that. But it's not an instant gratification type thing. It's not going to be as easy as she thinks. She thinks just because she's changing her clothes that people going to perceive, now people going to perceive her as this way. People, they know you for who you are. You show yourself. And one thing that I kind of been on is having trust in people, having trust in people for how they act. You've been acting a certain way, so and that's kind of been my thing nowadays. I trust people. I'm gonna trust how you act. I'm not gonna trust what you say. I trust how you act, how you treat people, how you respond to people, your actions. And anybody, if it's nothing wrong with trusting people. When people show you who they are, believe them. And she has gone for the last several years showing exactly who she is, showing her mentality, showing that she's about a certain way of living. And if you want to change that, it's going to take just as much time for you to change that narrative. And I'm not saying that she can't do it, but I don't think she's gonna last in doing this. But that's just my thoughts. Anyway, just want to impart a little bit of wisdom on you guys today. Yo, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe to my channel. Leave in the comments in the comment section below. Your comments would be greatly appreciated. And like I always say, love you guys millions, and I'll talk to you later. Clubber.